Hi everybody, I'm Fornesus and welcome to the stream. We're gonna hang out for a little bit today, at least I am. Feel free to join. Yeah, it seems here is the music a little loud. Or at least louder than usual. Huh, okay. Maybe it's because I'm 30 now and so I'm technically old. I know I'm not. I know you don't just like suddenly age and become old when you turn 30. Oh wait, let me... Yeah, I pretty much forgot that it was my birthday on Wednesday. So this is literally the first time I'm streaming since I turned 30. Yeah. Yeah, I think the title... yeah, the title exceeds the limit. Okay. Okay, alright. Yeah, if you're wondering what's going on right now, I'm trying to come up with a title, a different title than what's currently here. Damn. It's okay, I just started the stream, so whatever. This sucks. What's the... how does YouTube have a a stricter character limit. Whatever. I feel like cursing out YouTube now. Yeah, I'm having my murder eyes now. Now it works. Now it works. Right as my father, like, starts to talk a lot. Okay. Let me close the door. As is the norm on a Saturday, he's talking to some kind of tech support. I'm here just I'm just gonna drink my tea. I need this. Yeah, apparently I woke up apparently I got like 4 hours and like a few minutes more than that of sleep, according to my Fitbit, and apparently I woke up like right in the middle of a deep sleep session, and so as I've been doing my morning activities, I've been feeling like really groggy. It's taken me it's taken me a while just to get up, just to like feel awake, even though I basically started like doing my morning things immediately. maybe not immediately, to be honest. I did, after my alarm rang, I tried to stay in bed until like 9:50, and then I was like, okay, no, I gotta get up, I gotta let my dog outside, and I did. My father was busy, so she ended up peeing in her pad, which she's supposed to do, but not when there's like nice weather outside, and you could easily have been taken outside. I can't normally go outside just like that, just because of my allergies. I hope maybe like as my health improves I can start doing that, but yeah. But yeah, I'm a 30-year-old now. It's weird. It's like the strangest feeling, but also it's like part of like the strangeness is the fact that maybe I don't necessarily feel 30, and maybe a lot of people would also argue that I don't necessarily look 30. I don't know. Like 30-year-olds are supposed to look they have like a few wrinkles. I feel like I have a few wrinkles, but not. Yeah, I mean like this one here. Let's do a close up. Yeah. Oh, let me focus. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so like my wrinkles here, they're like, I've had these wrinkles ever since I was a kid. I have like really dry skin, and that might be like what ages me later on in life. You know what? Maybe I should put on some moisturizer. I hear that you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that apparently. You're supposed to put on moisturizer, because that's apparently what like causes the most aging. And of course, I mean my parents, they have way better skin than they have any business to do. Like they don't even have like dryness and stuff like that. And me, I'm like the one person in the family that suffered with like all the acne, all the dry skin. So I feel like I'm probably gonna age a lot faster than they did at my age. And pretty much that's gonna be the case for like the rest of my life, but you know, maybe I can prevent some of that. But of course, you know, wrinkles aren't bad necessarily. Yeah. But I think right now I can get away with my dry skin because I otherwise, and I don't know if I have any photos of myself as a teenager, but I definitely look almost the same as I did back when I was in my like mid-20s. Yeah, so hold on, I do have my like random graduation photo. And I did try to actually stream earlier yeah, actually on my birthday night, because I was like, because I had a nap with my dog and so I couldn't sleep, and so I tried to like stream using my stream cams, and they did work on like all the platforms. Well, on 2 of the platforms, on Twitch and on Trovo, but not on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I might like stream concurrent. I might like end up streaming concurrently using this here setup and in my stream cams. Unfortunately, you know, eMeets, the company that makes those webcams, because I'm talking about the eMeet stream cam ones, not the stream cam from Logitech, which is this, which is actually this one. Ooh! I forgot I had this on vertical mode. Let's have it on horizontal mode, please. Thank you. Okay. This makes a lot more sense now. But yeah, yeah, so I was talking about this stream cam. I'm talking about my stream cam ones. Do I have any of those here? No. Oh yeah, I do. I have it over there. I want to knock down my keyboard or anything. Yeah, like, so here are my stream cam ones. I currently do not have these attached to my what's it called? Maybe this is a better view here. I normally have these assigned to my Wi-Fi network, but you know, right now it's assigned to my mobile network. I don't know how I want to go about this. I think I might want to have like one dedicated to my Wi-Fi, one dedicated to my mobile, because I noticed that when I was trying to stream with like 2 of these, because I only have 2 that work, I have 1 that doesn't work, and I do need to talk to the seller about that. He did tell me that he was willing to refund me a few weeks ago. I don't know if that offer still stands. But yeah, when I was trying to stream with both of the ones that I have of this, yeah, it was like really laggy with two of them. But with one of them, it was like going pretty well for the most part. The only thing is, you know, it kind of slows down if I only have. It kind of slows down if this is like far away from my phone, which is here. So yeah, that's the only caveat. It can't be placed like too far away, otherwise it's not gonna have like the image that you want or the audio that you want. But at least as soon as I place them near each other, like within a foot or two, they play nice together. There's that. Oh. Sorry. I have a bad habit of not turning on this phone that often. But yeah, eMeet support, they ghosted me. So whoa. Oh, they ghosted me for like a week, and then kind of like how I did them. So they ghosted me for a week, and then now they have an answer for... How did they have an answer for me, actually? I don't mean to be like to go Karen or anything like that, but like... Yeah. How did they ghost me for a week and then answer me on the Saturday? They're not even supposed to be open on Saturdays. Maybe they're overworking their staff, and I support workers, so that kind of disturbs me a little bit. You know what? Maybe that's something to do on the stream later on. Check on their solution that they're talking about, just because like why not? Discord. Yeah, I think when I'm ready, I'm gonna announce that I'm streaming on Discord. Oh wait, do I even have a server on Discord? I think I do. I think I'm gonna my server on Discord is Fornesus Art. Well, actually, that's my handle on Discord. So yeah, that's my handle on Discord, and so I think I might just put down the ticker just because it's like, why do you have a Discord if you're not gonna do anything with it? My Discord is Fornesus Art. Alright. Am I able to I feel like I'm not gonna say that. I'm not ageist. Yeah, no. I'm not ageist. I swear. Like I might roast Gen Z sometimes. I might roast like elder millennials sometimes, but I'm overall not ageist. Yeah. I have a brand new shiny server. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got the whole Discord thing going just because I felt pressured. That person wasn't actually pressuring me. He wasn't pressuring me at all. He specifically stated no pressure. But yeah. You know, when somebody asks me about something, I kind of just do it. Not because I don't know how to say no, but mostly because I'm just like, oh well, that's another way that I can please a person. kind of. Oh yeah, and by the way, what you are seeing here is my lone project that I completely forgot to include in the county fair. Ugh. Yeah. This is my favorite one too, and this is the one I forgot to include, but like at the same time they I don't know what the vibes were, but it almost seemed like my artwork was like too like high level for them almost. But I hate to say that because that sounds so snobby. Or at least it went beyond like what they knew to be art, and so they at least you know, I'm taking this from like the rules that were placed on their website. You know, they were like, you know, if it's gallery wrap, which I perceived as being something like this because that's literally what it said. If it's something that you can hang, and if it's something that's, you know, on a canvas, kind of, you know, on the canvas board, that's considered gallery wrap. If it's gallery wrap, it's considered, it's eligible for like their visual arts section, but like the person who was at the gallery, I mean at the visual arts section, they were like, no, it has to be in a frame. And that was not stated in the rules. I mean, what it stated on the rules was that, you know, if it's gallery wrapped, it doesn't have to be in a frame. Otherwise, it does have to be in a frame. So that was like my first gripe about that whole county fair situation. Like, why would you have these rules in place and then like have other rules in them? Like, some of us are neurodivergent and autistic, and it's like, you know, we can't just live in a world where everything has to be implied. Like, you know, if it's a rule, state it in your guidelines. If it is a rule, state it in your guidelines. Otherwise, that's ableism. Like, I hate to be somebody who makes a fuss out of like some small thing, but you know, I was pretty much preparing my canvases to be part of that part of the competition. Otherwise, I wouldn't have like spent all the money that I did and all the time that I did just having, you know, just to have my pieces be rejected from that part of the competition, because I spent a lot of time and money trying to frame these things or trying to put them in that section. So that definitely pissed me off a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I have this piece, I can appreciate it. You know, 21, no, I haven't been 21 in like almost 10 years, right? But yeah, no, 29 was like the year where I was like where I've been trying to like transform things. You know, I've been going through a bit of like uncertainty, maybe a lot of it. Most of it out of my control, completely out of my control, except for like the things that I'm currently trying to do to make them kind of like adapt to my control, or like to actually do something about them. Because I mean, yeah, because you know, I'm openly autistic at most spaces, just because one part of it is because I almost feel like I have to justify myself consistently. The other part of it is just like the plain fact that you know, I recognize that if you don't have a label attached to a part of you, people don't know what it is. Like, they'll just make assumptions like, oh, you're weird, I don't want to talk to you, instead of, you know, having even a single ounce of empathy for people who are disabled but don't necessarily want to disclose due to, like, you know, sometimes even safety reasons. And so for me, it's like I kind of have to disclose, you know, safety reasons aside. Yeah. But there are also like safety reasons to disclose. Like if you're trying to disclose a physical disability, of course it's like you pretty much have to disclose that, and if you don't, then you know you're putting yourself at an inherent disadvantage, which is, you know, so it's kind of counterintuitive to like corporate work culture, to like the cultures that you have to like adapt to at school. Even in college, like I faced so much ableism during college. Some of it was because I chose not to disclose, so that's why I mainly advocate for disclosure nowadays. Yeah, I mostly advocate for like disclosing nowadays, because you know when you disclose, then if they choose to like discriminate against, if like schools or people at work choose to discriminate against you because of like your characteristics, your traits, then you know they're legally liable at that point if you've already disclosed. Whereas if you haven't disclosed, then they don't know, you know. And yeah, sometimes there is also the fact that a lot of people disclose, like a lot of people are just like you know, hey, I didn't know that you were disabled, like I didn't think of that, so I'll do better. But that's always a thing for me, because I'm just like, you know, you should be treating people well even if you think they're weird, right? Like you shouldn't discriminate against people just because you think they're weird. That's something I had to figure out on my own pretty much, because it's like I ended up being I ended up like I don't know, it's weird. Like in elementary school, I was, you know, I was pretty well tolerated at times, but at the same time I wasn't, because you know I was always emotional, really hyperactive. Of course, without the diagnoses that I now have, people just thought, like, you know, teachers wanted to just punish me for crying in class, or like they wanted to punish me for like being different. But like my peers, they for the most part, they weren't, you know, sometimes they were like, oh, you cry too much, like you shouldn't be crying, you're a crybaby. But other times, you know, there were some who were accepting of me. So that, yeah, it was weird. In middle school, it was also kind of like that, like, and then by the time I got to high school, unfortunately, it you know, the perception completely shifted. It's like you're supposed to be an adult now, and so you're supposed to fit in with like the standards of like adult society. So yeah, that's like one of the weird things about aging for me, because like most of my experience with aging thus far has still been, you know, because I'm 30, most of my experiences with aging have been like from going from being a kid to becoming an adult. And so it you know, those memories are still really clear to me. Yeah. You know, like that type of ableism that I was always experiencing throughout K to 12, you know, having those instances where, you know, people tolerated me, they even sometimes accepted me, not necessarily fully because they didn't have the understanding, but like they did to a degree accept me like throughout elementary school and middle school. But like come high school, you know, I was in a first off, I was in a magnet program, so that already differentiated me. And then I was what do you call it? Yeah, I wasn't part of like the majority, I guess, racialized group back in high school. You know, my high school was mostly people of color, but yeah. And you know, of course, back in that age, back when you're a teenager, you don't have like the best you don't have the best abilities to understand what's right and wrong, and so people thought that it was right to, I guess, treat you differently because you're Asian. Yeah, like people thought that it was right to target Asian people. It's weird. It's really weird to talk about this because, you know, a lot of those people are also racialized, and so you would think they would know better, right? But for you know, there was some of that, and I held on to some of that, like some of the resentment. I did build up some resentment afterwards, but for me, you know, for me, it's like the resentment just ended up being like, okay, I can't completely trust you because, you know, you look like the people who bullied me back in high school. And then, you know, as time went on, of course, you have to learn and grow and change and adapt. And so, of course, now I know that even that perception was wrong, and that, you know, I can accept the fact that my perception at that point was wrong, in the same way that their perception was absolutely wrong as well. But yeah, that yeah. Yeah, I think that's something that we also have to discuss, like especially in the US, since we're such a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multiracial society. You know, race was basically invented in the US. By the way, check those check those sources if you don't trust me on that. But yeah, race was basically invented in the US as a way to divide people inherently, and then, you know, originally it was to divide you know, black people from white people, just because you know, the black indentured servants were pretty much teaming up with white indentured servants, and as a way to divide, as a way to exert power over those indentured servants, as a way to exert power and, you know, divide those indentured servants, those solidified groups. At that point, that was like probably in the 16th, that was definitely in the 17th century, like 1600s era. You know, they declared black indentured servants to be enslaved chattel, and white indentured servants to be you know, free, and they soon gave them land and property and, you know, actual rights, not just they weren't just like people who were meant to work there. Of course, a lot of them still died. A lot of the white indentured servants still died before they could fulfill their contract and become landowners. But, you know, those who did become landowners, they also ended up enslaving you know, black, you know, enslaving the enslaved black indentured servants that they once viewed as, you know, colleagues, right? And so it's a complicated history, but that's basically where like racism comes from. And of course there's like you know, that's basically where racism comes from. And of course, at the time, America was a set of British colonies and territories. So, you know, that kind of racialization and caste system was spread to like other colonies, or, you know, adapted to other colonies. Um, and so that's how you have that's pretty much how you have like caste systems in almost every post-colonial society that originated during colonialism, just because yeah, just because, you know, that kind of division was always going to help the European colonizers, right? And it even helped you know, white people who were colonized, like, you know, in terms of Russia, you know, Ukrainians, for instance, were always colonized by the Russians, but, you know, Ukrainians were also complicit in colonizing Siberia and displacing their indigenous peoples. And it kind of in the same way that Irish people were definitely colonized, but they helped they were also kind of pretty much complicit with British and Spanish people, you know, those governments, their governments, in colonizing, you know, the parts of the world that they did. So there's you know, it's a whole history. It's a whole history, and of course that's like but yeah, so you know, I that's kind of the context that I view so many of these things. Like I know that that's like where the root is, and knowing that that's where the root is, it gives me a lot more empathy, even towards like poor white people, you know, in terms of like their willingness to sort of like, you know, embrace their whiteness and not see me as a regular human being just because I'm a person of color. Yeah, it sort of gives me that empathy. It doesn't, of course, it doesn't absolve like that hate. Like if you're black and you have and you know, but both in the sense of like experiencing racism from, you know, Asian people, as well as like also exerting racism upon Asian people, like both of those situations are absolutely wrong. You know, Asian people need to do better in terms of having more solidarity with black people, especially since you know, we often don't realize this, but you know, historically black people have always stood up for or in solidarity with other groups. So like, be it Latinos, be it Filipinos, you know, Black Americans were literally at the forefront of opposing wars in Asia, wars in, or like American imperialism in Latino America. So yeah, and that's because of their history as, you know, enslaved people, and they're just like, you know, we don't want these other people to be enslaved or, you know, colonized as well. And so yeah, I mean that's something that's missing in like so much discourse, so much of our discourse, especially in the States, but you know, also on a global basis. Although I think that I think a lot of the situation in terms of like maybe Black Americans having resentment against Asians does have to do with events such as the LA uprising, where a Korean American woman killed a young black girl. You know, if I'm correct, she was either 12, 13, or 14 at the time. you know, she was killed over and also I hate to like bring up this type of trauma, right? But like you know, she apparently stole like a pack of juice. Basically, it was a juice box, I believe, and that was like enough to, I guess, for that Korean American woman to purposely shoot her and kill her on the spot. And so that, I mean, that's where the uprisings came from. But of course, just because one person, you know, from a group takes advantage of, especially from a racialized group, takes advantage of, you know, an existing system to oppress them, doesn't mean that every member of that group is necessarily somebody who agrees with that one person. So I mean, yeah, that's it's complicated. I think. Yeah, because oh, my sinuses are like flaring up. Yeah, it's complex. But of course, there are also a lot of people who see me and they're like, oh, are you Latina? I mean, I've had that experience my entire life, and so I almost feel sometimes I almost feel like I can't necessarily be as much of an advocate for Asian Americans, because, you know, usually Asian Americans see me as Asian. They see me, they're like, oh, he's Asian, they're Asian. and yeah. But then, like, sometimes, like, a lot of times, also because I'm in Texas, I have like Spanish that's spoken at me. Sometimes, just because I'm brown skinned. You know, I was told that it's because, you know, anyone who has brown skin in Texas is seen as Latino, but I guess in my case it's probably a bit more than that. You know, most people don't associate a lot of my traits as being necessarily Asian. And yeah, to be completely fair, there are a lot of Latino people who do kind of look like me. So I'm not even going to. I guess I'm not even gonna. I used to be really like offended at that. I used to be offended at that, and then, you know, back when I was younger and looked a bit more like the stereotypical Asian person, because my eyes didn't like. I guess I think it has a lot to do with my eyes. They weren't as big as they are now. I was going through like a phase where I guess my eyes were a little smaller, but because, you know, of course, people are tend to be ignorant when it comes to Asians. So yeah, you know, back during that time, I was so offended whenever people would say I'm Chinese, and then people would be like, "Oh, you must be half white." And I'm like, "What?" Yeah. Yeah, I've had like, and then I've even had some people be like, "Oh, he's oh, you must be partially black." Like, I always thought that was a joke until I realized that they were actually serious. Um, when people would ask me that, like, sometimes it would be black people, sometimes it would be white people, and then like I'm Filipino. They're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah. That's those are like the funnier stories about yeah, you know, as I've aged, I see more humor in like those weird situations than I used to, like, before I took them a lot more seriously, and I was just like, that's so wrong of them, like they're so racist. And now I'm just like, now I'm just like, oh well, you know, I used to be ignorant too. so it is what it is. Yeah, I've talked so much that my nose is flaring up. Yeah, maybe that's my ancestors being like, stop talking about race, like, you know, it's your birthday. It was just your birthday a few days ago. Why are you talking about these serious topics? I was like, because I can. And plus, this is my healing space, right? So, I'm allowed to talk about whatever I want to. I am. Oh yeah, I need to post on Discord. I'm so nervous because yeah. Oh, I also... Yeah, I think something that I was supposed to do was... Ugh. Not all that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have my my friend. He's like, we went on the topic of like Doja Cats. Doja Cats. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of weird. I mean, he's black and he's like, Doja Cat is so problematic, and I do agree. I do agree. She, but I mean, you know, there's like the fact that people expect her to be a troll, right? The people expect Doja Cat to be a troll because that's what she based her that's what made her famous. That's what made her famous, like being a troll, being literally like on 4chan, or if not 4chan exactly, then at least what do you call it, like a forum community that was built to be like 4chan. Like I don't remember like all the details, but yeah, he's just like, I'm just not gonna engage anymore. And I kind of agree with that sentiment, because you know, when you, that's also the thing, right? Like when calling out, I'm sorry, but like calling people out doesn't always work, because of the fact that they get more attention when you give it to them. Like they feel more empowered because it's like, oh, their words negatively impacted you, so they're just like, because at some part of their core they don't feel like they're powerful enough, or they don't feel their power is like respected when they show empathy, for instance. Because of that, they'll just, yeah, they'll take advantage of the situation, and they'll end up just like causing trouble, wreaking havoc whenever they can, as long as they have the attention. Because that's what matters. That's what in their core they believe to be the thing that matters the most. But yeah, I definitely understand what he means when he's like, okay, I'm just ready to disengage from like Doja Cat and this whole situation, because I'm honestly, no, she's like 2 years younger than me, but you know, her whole meme thing started like what, 2018, 2019? That's when she got like her claim to fame. So I mean, I'm around her same age, but of course, you know, my friend is also Gen Z, or really early Gen Z, but like, you know, that's the target audience, not necessarily me. And so I could listen to her music and just be like, oh, I guess that hits, but like, you know, she's also kind of problematic. And then when you're part of her whole target demographic, though, you know, it's kind of different because it's like you're more willing to you're almost more willing to excuse her behavior for a time until you get to know better, because you're like, okay, well, I've aged these past 4 years and she hasn't changed, or she's had like controversy after controversy. So now I'm at this point to where I'm just tired of it. Yeah. Whereas me, I was always just like, her music does hit, like she has talent, like absolutely. It's just that she also has a talent, or like an unwillingness to change in terms of like controversy. I think she's had even some like anti-Asian kind of sentiments, which is kind of which I remember was controversial, especially because a lot of her aesthetic is inspired by Japan, right? Japanese culture, anime, all those different Asian things. And then like just recently she made a song about balot. Her reasoning for the song was that like she was trying to play a woman that was like trapped in a relationship, when balot is definitely not that. Balot is literally a cooked fetus. Like, that yeah. I have never eaten balot, but I've seen a video of what's her name? Her, as in HER, her. She's half Filipino, by the way. Well, I mean, she is Filipina, actually. She's Filipina and black. But yeah, she yeah, I've like she literally had a video where she just ate balot and she's like, "Ooh, I love this." So automatically I'm like, okay, she is more Filipino than me. But yeah, I mean, some people are just like, I think that's something that needs to change. It's great that people are more aware of different things, different aspects of people's cultures, but at the same time we have to be like a lot more sensitive, not only to like protect ourselves from being canceled, but generally, because our own assumptions about somebody's culture, about how backwards we might think that it is, or about how like different that we think a culture is. A lot of those assumptions are just they're almost baseless, and they kind of show that we're almost like especially if you're a person of color criticizing another culture, another non-European culture, it's basically a sign that you're not whitewashed necessarily, but like that mentality comes from a colonial lens rather than being I don't know, a valid opinion. There are some practices definitely in like Filipino cultures, in Indian, Chinese cultures, and cultures around the world, basically that should be stopped and ended, and absolutely do not deserve to exist in the 21st century. But like there are also like most of these traditions should be respected, in my opinion. But like if it's anything that enforces like the patriarchy, for instance, that should be gone. That should be like left in the dust, in my view. But like something like balot, that's still our tradition. Even though I don't partake in it, it is our tradition. Ooh, the other friend sent a meme. Puppy yoga. Oh, like puppy yoga. Puppy yoga. And yes, I also know that yoga it's an appropriation of Indian culture as well. But like, how cute this is! It's puppy yoga. Let me look at this. This is so cute. It's puppy yoga. Puppy yoga. Like like no matter the context, if it involves dogs and okay, that's a weird yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so puppy yoga is banned in the UK. I'm sorry, I don't see the issue with it necessarily. I'm pretty sure that like practitioners of puppy yoga would be, you know, also trained in like animal behavior. At least they have to like consult animal behaviorists, maybe not behaviorists. Yeah, apparently behavioralists have are terrible people. Never mind. You know, they at least like people who are familiar with dogs, people who study dogs. Apparently they I would think that they would have to be consulted if you're like starting a business that has anything to do with dogs, because like you don't want the liability. Because here in the U.S. it's a very legalistic society. That's what we have. Oh no. My friend is really at it when it comes to criticizing Doja Cat. I don't think I'm allowed to repeat what he just said about her. I'll leave it at that. I'm just gonna put my phone here. Hey, that's my dog. Oh wait, you can't see my dog because my face is blocking my dog. See, this is my dog. That's my dog. Why do I have the slideshow? I don't need a slideshow. Alright. I'm having so much fun with these like different cameras that I have. I truly am. I truly am having so much fun with these cameras. Yeah. I know that I can do better with like this one, with my stream cam. What's kind of funny though is that I focus on my hand real quick. Yeah, what's funny is that like it's almost as focused I feel like as this camera. Okay, maybe I'm maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. I do need to clean this lens. Yeah, I definitely need to clean this lens. I have a lens cleaner and everything. I just don't really know how to clean. Yeah. All I know is that it is now 1 o'clock. Almost like a minute to 1. Yeah, this is my post-birthday stream. I am 30 years old now. Yeah, I'm 30 years old and I'm at the point where the whole, what do you call it, not middle aged. Yeah. Middle age is like 40, I feel like. Yeah, cause technically I'm still like early in my career. I'm still like early in my adulthood. You know, not as early as like a 20-year-old, of course, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me blow my nose or something. This is disturbing. Oh. On second thought, let me put my phones not necessarily like away, but like let me put them over here on the side. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's it does have like my background stuff out of focus. And like also kind of like overexposed. But yeah, let me take this away. I want to hang it again in my room. And then we'll just like, yeah, let me take this mug away too. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take my vitamins on stream, because why not? And by the way, I am definitely going to organize like my stream a little bit. I actually have like I'm actually gonna get like a new camera, but that's not like, this new camera is not gonna be part of my stream. It's actually going to be like a hobbyist camera. Just like all like my other cameras that I currently have, they are all I basically have all of them either for streaming or for art. So like this camera, of course, this is for streaming as well as making videos, because this actually has a 4K capability. This is my only camera with 4K capability that isn't a smartphone. That's why I like this one so much, even though it's a bit noisy. During the daytime it's alright. There's not really that much noise. At night, that's when, you know, there is noise. You'll see if you're with me at that point at nighttime. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna still be streaming at like past 6. I'm hoping that I'm able to stream for that long, just because I have been able to stream for at least 5 to 6 hours in my past streams. But yeah, I think, you know, the rest of the day is gonna be like me having like normally I watch like DW on in the mornings, or in like, it's not morning anymore, in like the afternoons, during the daytime. Yeah, I just watch like Deutsche Welle. I don't know, cause like throughout the week I watch regular American news. So like during the weekends I like to watch like other news. I haven't really been watching other news or like, you know, Deutsche Welle in a while. So I might just have it in the background. I don't know. In fact, maybe let me have it. I'll look for my remote a bit and try to have that. But yeah, I am gonna get a hobbyist camera. It's like $50. Not total, but like, because I do have to get like a $15 battery set So like with the charger and the actual batteries for it, because that's what's missing. But it does have the lens. So yeah, there's that. It has the lens. I can probably get like an adapter. Actually, I can probably get an adapter. For not adapter, like what do you call it? A lens thingy. A filter for your lens. I don't know why I like playing with these so much. I also don't like yeah, see like I have my angle like this on purpose, so then I don't have to like look in people's faces, because I I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of communicator. I have to accept that. Yeah, I'm somebody who you're with. I'm with you. I am with you. I promise I'm with you. But I'm like also not like gonna just like look in your face. Except in like the video that I made, I think. Where I did like in people's faces. Oops. Oh, what's this notification? It's perfect. Ah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've bought so many things off eBay lately, it's not even funny. Like why did I spend 13 bucks on the $30 camera? I just realized I spent 13 bucks on the $30 13 bucks on on a protection plan for a $30 camera. Oh my gosh. I should have tried to see if like this thing was on Amazon. No, I think I'm gonna just buy the battery pack right now. Yeah, I'm trying not to buy too many things right now, because yeah, so I don't, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get the battery pack in tomorrow, because I'm not sure, like the person who's selling this particular camera, they live in a suburb of Houston. I'm currently in the suburb of Houston. Not currently. I was raised. I was actually raised in the same city where I currently live. Both suburbs of Houston. So yeah, I feel like the package could end up here as soon as Monday. It's definitely not gonna come in today, but like, yeah. I feel like it could come here pretty soon, pretty quickly. I want to have like the battery pack ready just in case. I also technically have yeah, it uses a CF card. This is like the let's see. Oh, this dude sells a lot of like camera gear. Oh wow. Yeah, he sells a handy, or they sell a, I don't know the gender. Yeah, they sell a handy cam. Yeah, I don't know what a pipette is. What is a pipette? Power shots. SX10. Oh wow. A Canon power shot camera for 44 bucks. This is nice. Yeah, I just wanted to I got this one just because, oh wait, can't even see. Let's change that. Yeah, I got this listing. It has no battery, but it was tested and it works. I I have no idea why they don't just add the battery. Maybe the battery that they used is also one that they're like planning to have with like a different one. Upload from a working environment. Ah, shipped USPS priority. I didn't know that. Oh, same day. Oh, that's why they already shipped it out. Yeah, because I was just like, wait, whoa. Why you guys ship it out already? I didn't even read like that part of the description. All I read was like, oh, and yeah, somehow I ordered another one of this camera, so that I have like something to use with my MacBook, where I can just like mount it on like my what do you call it? On my because I have like several stands that are kind of like the one that I have this face cam mounted. You know, normally I would stream like using my DSLR, but now I'm just like, okay, but I want my DSLR to last for a while. You know, it's a camera from 2018. These cameras tend to last pretty long if you take care of them, so I want to avoid just like, you know, streaming using them, especially since I don't really need you know, that kind of overhead shot. Technically, you know what, technically I do not need this shot, right? I let's be real, I don't really need this shot. This is a DSLR camera that I bought for 130 bucks. I think that was after taxes already. I was really lucky in finding this one, by the way. I really was. Because the one that I got yesterday, which is the same exact model, did actually cost me like 203 or some dollars after taxes. But that one was actually in pretty great condition. This one has like a weird battery door issue, so I can't like use it outside anyway. That one I can, so I have it like mounted on my I have it like mounted on a different what do you call it? Yeah, of course, estimated delivery is Tuesday. Wait, I literally just got that notification. But yeah, that's why I bought this stream cam. Another one of these. That's because, like, you know, once I find like a camera or cameras that I like, if they're affordable enough, I'll buy another one. It's like I don't have I haven't bought a single camera this year that costs like more than 200 bucks. You know, the reason why I want to buy like more cameras, I realize is because I want to like stream more and I want to make videos and stuff like that, because I mean that's I feel like autistic people need to be more visible, Filipinos need to be more visible, non-binary people need to be more visible, and I'm all of those different things. So especially somebody who's like all of those different things, who's like a mixture of so many different identities, like I feel like I have to feel like I have to like change like the visibility, the whole like, you know, like I exist. I like people like me exist. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Like the only people who seem to have a problem with like me saying that, like, you know, Filipinos are underrepresented, which we generally are, even in places where there's like so many of us, like California and Hawaii. Like we're very underrepresented. You know, it's really just been the past few years that I've noticed that more people are actually understanding that Filipinos are, you know, we're an actual group. We're not like other Asians, but we are Asian. And generally speaking, I feel like we like we are getting to a point where people are realizing that Japanese people are not Chinese, Korean people are not Chinese, Korean people are not Japanese, Japanese people are not, yeah, all of that. So I'm definitely glad about that, because growing up it was just like, if you were Asian, then you're Chinese. If you were Latino, then you're Mexican. It's like you can't be anything else. Like, so yeah. Hey, why did I get to that again? Oh yeah, because representation. Yeah, don't get me started on that again. Yeah, my congestion is like, every time you talk about race, or ethnicity, or racism, I'm gonna clog. Like, my sinuses are telling me, like, they want to clog up on purpose. Just because I'm talking about that stuff. It might also be because I have my door closed, and so, like, my air purifier isn't, like, doing as much. Yeah, I'm just glad that I'm gonna get this thing early. Just by Tuesday, I could realistically get this thing by Monday. It's most likely not gonna come here today, just because they only accepted the package like in the past hour, literally in the 12 o'clock hour. Any moment? No, they're not. I thought that there were people who were gonna mow. Oh, but they are supposed to come today. Oh, my stream's gonna be interrupted, I guess, with like mowing sounds. I apologize for that in advance. Oh, this is kind of irresistible. Like a whole Nikon DSLR with a battery. With a battery. With a battery. Basically for $70. Oof. $70 after like me being a simp and buying the insurance plan, and after taxes. I might have to get this. I might. But I also have to see if this is for parts or if it's Oh yeah, I don't know if there's nothing about the condition. There's nothing about the condition. That's what sucks about eBay. Like a lot of the times they're like, okay, well we're not gonna return. We're not gonna allow returns. This is for parts. But I mean, to their credit, this one does say that it's let me like not show the seller necessarily. This looks like a good deal. This looks like a good deal, and I actually have a lens for this, because I my other Canon DSLR, which I use for like artwork, it's yeah, my that Nikon DSLR is not Canon. Big mistake. This is a Canon camera. Yeah, this is a Canon camera. Oh, I went to the stream cam. Oops. I love having those options of like 3 different cameras to use. I even have more cameras to use because I can stream from my MacBook to my Chromecast, and so I can stream like my setup. There might be like lag, of course, but I can still stream using them. So yeah. Yeah, I think one day I'm just gonna like try to sync up everything. Like I'm gonna try to sync everything up to my Chromecast. With my Chromecast, like my Chromecast with like my audio, and so everything's gonna be, on screen already. Everything is like 200 milliseconds slower than it actually is. So I think it's like 300 or 400 milliseconds to adapt to my Chromecast. So yeah. Yeah, where was I again? Oh my god. This is why I named this I always have this label as like an ADHD or a hyperactive healing cast, because I am a neurodivergent person trying to heal and allowing myself to just like work through my thoughts. People don't normally get this kind of insight. That's why I started streaming, because I'm just like, okay, well, people don't really know folks like me. So I almost feel like I have to do something about that. Oh, but yeah, the thing that's missing is the So the thing that's missing is the CF card. I have one ready for the one that's coming tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I hope not. It could actually come tomorrow though. I just realized that yeah, the USPS has a tendency to occasionally deliver on Sundays. I forgot about that, especially since the package is coming from a nearby suburb. Not necessarily nearby, but like I could drive there. I could drive there and come back here, and it'll still. If I was doing it like really fast, I could like, if I was going on like the main highway that I would have to go to, it would be like an hour's drive maybe. Because I live in the Houston area. This place is big. It is huge. It is bigger than the state of Rhode Island. It's actually like around the same size in terms of like land area as like the state of Connecticut. And I mean, Connecticut is it's not a huge state though, so it's not like really that impressive. I guess, like, to make that kind of comparison. But like, Houston City proper is bigger than the state of Rhode Island, but like the entire Houston area is around the size of like the state of Connecticut. But where is that suburb? Yeah, exactly. I could take this highway that's like right next to my neighborhood, get to the town that this is going to come from in 51 minutes. So yeah, that would just be a day trip. Of course, I don't want to drive all the way there, because no one wants to drive in Houston. Like, if you don't have to drive, you just don't. And, like, taking an Uber is like way more expensive than it should be, just because everything is so spread out here in the area. Oh, but it's 55 tonight. Or in Celsius, that's like 13 degrees Celsius. It's been like 40 Celsius all summer long, so I'm happy. Like, even the week before the last, we had like 40 degrees Celsius. It was already October. Like, what? It was bad. It was bad, but like now it's calming down. Yeah, we're not gonna get oh well, we're actually gonna have a nice weather on Halloween. Okay, I love that. It's gonna be a bit warm next week, the next 2 weeks. But warm is better than hot, that's for sure. And then after that, it's like gonna be, it's gonna be great. November's gonna have like the same, almost the same exact weather as the next few weeks overall. It's gonna start to get like under 10 degrees Celsius, or like 45 degrees here in Fahrenheit. That's nice though. I hope my allergies calm down. It's ragweed season. Whew. Okay. I was supposed to take my vitamins. It's 1:30 now. I need to take my vitamins. I'm gonna am I gonna take my vitamins here? Maybe not. Yeah, I'll do the be right back. That's the no. There. That's weird. What is going on? What is going on with my thingy? This is supposed to work. Oh, this sucks. What? Oh no. What is going on? What happened to my stream? Are you actually serious right now? Alright, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna end the stream and then come back online. This is not right. This is not right at all. Like this should not be frozen. What is going on? What happened? What happened when I was out for like 2 minutes? What? No, like are you serious? I was out for like 2 minutes and this happened, like some malfunction happened with my stream cam. This literally never happens. This didn't even happen in my last stream or my stream before that. Where I already implemented the stream cam. Actually, no, just the stream before that. Yeah, that was my longest stream ever. Or was it? Is it my longest stream ever? I forget. Yeah, this has never happened to me before. I am so disappointed. So I have to end my stream early just because this happened. You know what? No, I'm gonna. I refuse. I refuse to. I refuse to allow this. I refuse to allow this. This will have to try the work. This will have to try the work. Please work. Alright, yeah, it's not working. This sucks. I don't know if I need to just plug it and unplug it and then plug it back in. Maybe I can. Maybe let's try it. Let's try it. I don't want to end the stream. I am that adamant. Like you don't even know. I am that adamant about not ending this stream. Alright, seems like I have to end the stream and then restart, and I'm pissed now because it's been an hour and a half. I've already gotten an hour and a half through. If worst comes to worst, I'm gonna just like put the stream cam away, put it in my vision room, take one of the face cams I have there, because I have 2 Elgato face cams. Put it back here, because this is where I originally had it anyway. And it is what it is, right? So pissed though. I really am. Alright. Let's end the stream and reconvene in like 5 minutes or something.